Recording is in progress. Good
Good
morning, Ronnie
morning.
H.
Good morning. Well, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, happy hump day to you, my friend.
Happy Hump Day. The camels, let the camels loose.
Let the camels out. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
You got your barrel of coffee there?
I do have my barrel of coffee.
Because it is
Uh,
coffee and things that we talk about. And let's start off with today's verse. The verse of the day is John chapter 5, verse 14. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. I think he hears everything, but he probably just pays more attention to us asking in his will.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of, we went to see The Chosen, dude. The finale of season 5. Very disappointed. 3 hours long, and all they kept doing is flashing back and forth of for the how the disciples how they what they did in the past and how they met Jesus. Some of them they
Yeah,
stretched. They went from after episode 2 where they were at the Last Supper. You figured the last season finale of series 5, season 5. You're going to get the crucifixion and everything and nothing. They just dragged out 3 hours of nothing at all. Very disappointing. And then they had even had something that confused a lot of people where when Jesus was at the rock of Gethsemane, when he was at the rock of Gethsemane, I know I call it Gethsemane.
yeah.
He had another person coming and talking to him there, and nobody knew who this guy was. I think that the director took a lot of liberties with this last one.
Yeah. Perhaps it wasn't followed the way it was supposed to be.
No, no, it wasn't. He took too many liberties with this one. And then
Well,
season 7 is not coming out until, I'm sorry, season 6 is not coming out till 2027.
well, you know.
I can tell you're in shock, dude. I absolutely can tell you're in shock. Because
Well, I don't really. I mean, I watch it, but I don't.
you know what, I'm gonna have to read the book on this one and see how it ends.
I well, we all know what the story is
I know.
and how it ends. But yeah, I don't know. Because I really don't.
I think this one was.
My wife would know more about it than I do.
Oh no, there was some pretty
Well,
knowledgeable
I
people
watched it
there.
and I've gotten into it, but I haven't, gotten it into as deeply as you did have.
No, with this one, I believe this was a money grab. This episode, it was just a waste of time. There was no reason to
Well,
do this
I'm
one.
sure it was, and I'm sure it was meant to grab you back into it, and with the way you're saying that it was more of a review of all the seasons.
No, no, that's not it. That wasn't at all. It was almost like he had everybody hooked into this series all the way up into that episode last night, and he
Yeah,
knew everybody was going to pay to see that one, and he stretched it out and didn't deliver. It was a money grab. All hype, dude.
So because, well, yeah, because the last episode was Jesus riding on the donkey into Jerusalem, right?
That was the end of season 4.
Okay, so season 5 should have picked up with him going into Jerusalem and then
They
going
did.
into the garden and then getting arrested and everything else that
Yeah,
followed.
they after they stretched it all out, they took it right up to where Judas gave him a kiss, and they didn't say what they said in the Bible. They actually made up their own thing.
But they didn't actually show him getting arrested or.
No, no, they stopped it
Oh,
right there at the kiss, and they had 3 hours between the Last Supper where he was going into the garden, and until he got that kiss, they dragged out 3 hours of nothing in between that. That should have been the ending and him rising, or even season 6 starting with the resurrection. But they dragged
well,
it out. I really, I'm thinking about writing a strongly worded a strongly worded letter in the famous words of Sheldon Cooper.
well, maybe you should.
Uh, so that's I don't want to ruin the ending for anybody, but it was very disappointing episode 3. Hey, so guess what? They're actually they're doing experiments now. A new topic. They're doing experiments to dim the sun to improve global warming.
Uh,
I don't know where area is or what
I
country
think
that's
that's
in.
retarded.
Didn't Mr. Burns do that in an episode of The Simpsons?
He might have.
Yeah, he put like this this big metal thing up in the air and it opened up, and then for him to let the sun come through and close it, he would charge money to the residents.
I think that's stupid to do anything.
I think it's just more them trying to say, hey, you know what? We need $1 trillion because we're going to try experiments to dim the sun because of global warming.
That's stupid.
And some of the things they're doing,
But what if they dim the sun and then all of a sudden they screw it up?
because they're concerned that the levels of carbon dioxide are not falling fast enough.
Okay, yeah, you dim the sun and yeah, okay, dim the sun, dimwits.
What they want to do is they want to inject small particles into the clouds that can make them reflective, and the sun will not go through the clouds, but in fact, it'll deflect back towards the sun.
Okay,
The sun's going to get mad if you put the sun in the sun's eyes.
it might.
As I know, I'm always driving. I'm like, oh my God, I don't like that. Give me, here's an idea. If you just want to dim the sun, put on sunglasses,
Yeah,
carry an umbrella.
carry an umbrella, get transition lenses. I mean, what are they gonna do? Why don't they just, you know, why don't they just put the world in a dome?
That's what I think they should do on Mars. Build domes, biodomes. I saw him, Ron. We got to get off this planet. There's no intelligent life here.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty.
There's no intelligent life form here.
Hey, there's
It really amazes me the stupidity of all these all these so-called geniuses, all the stupidity that actually comes out of their mouth. It's like,
it's amazing. You're
well,
absolutely right.
how, first of all, God created the sun. You don't want to,
So how would this one go?
global
God,
warming. Okay, first of all, global warming, what I think why it's happening is because honestly, I think what's happening is all the planets that are aligned with the sun is actually getting drawn into the sun with the sun's gravity pull.
you know, yeah. And I think if we start playing
As they go around and around the sun, I think they get closer and closer. But it doesn't. I mean, obviously it doesn't happen, or the days will get shorter and shorter and shorter,
and hotter.
and it will get intense heat.
So let's see. So God created the sun, God created man, man killed God, man tried to control the sun, man gets burned. You know, and if there are other
No,
aliens on other
no,
planets,
God didn't. First of all, you can't kill God. So
well, they did. They did. But
they didn't
then he was
kill
resurrected.
his son.
But
And
then
then guess what? God resurrected him.
exactly. You
So
know,
you didn't kill God.
well, not God or Jesus, I guess I could say they killed
You
Jesus.
can't kill God. He's
Okay,
a
it's
spirit.
all right. That's a joke, a take on a movie that we did that now that we cannot use for any contest because Ron's being very serious about it and he's taken away the humor of that joke. Thank you, Ronnie H. And if there are other aliens out there, speaking of getting pissed off, if you start messing with the sun and they're just hiding so that we can't see them, they're gonna be all like, "Whoa, whoa, hold on now, you're going too far now. Don't be messing with the sun. You guys can kill
That's
each other.
nothing.
You guys can kill each other on your own planet. We don't care about that. In fact, it's a great.
Now you're messing with our planet with our sun.
Now you're
Okay.
messing with us.
Okay. Now we're gonna have to. You don't listen. You don't want us to come and visit you, do you? We will. We'll come down with our ray guns.
Don't make us come there.
Don't you make me have to take the belt off.
Don't make me come. Don't make me come over there. Hey,
Don't you
so
make me come to Earth. I don't listen. We don't like Earthlings. We never will, and we don't make us come there. Okay.
the only thing you guys are good for is Sunday night TV. You guys are so violent on that planet.
You were put here for entertainment. Okay.
Entertainment only.
Just
Do not
settle
mess
down.
with the sun. Hey, so let's see what else is in the news. So in Texas, the lottery chief resigned. They found out how to. Speaking of man, everything man puts their hands on turns to shit. They figured out in Texas how to get around the lottery. There's like for the lottery, there's around 28.5 million combinations for numbers. So these billionaires started buying up 28 million combinations. So their chances of winning $100 million lottery increases by 99%. I mean, well, if I, you know, I give man like credit for being devious.
How many different combinations is there?
Like 28.5 million combinations of their five or six numbered lottery.
Okay, son, go get. I want you to go get $29 million worth of quick pick combinations.
You know,
here's here's $30 million. They'll get every combination that you can think of.
And check this out. There's one woman who actually won the lottery, just bought a ticket, and they're holding it up. They're saying they can't give her the money until they're done with the investigation.
That's,
That is horrible. You better give her some money.
yeah. So tomorrow's the draft.
Is tomorrow the draft?
Tomorrow is the draft.
Tomorrow is what time's it start? Do we know? I'm looking it up right now.
That's
NFL draft is 2025. It's
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
it's at Lambeau Field in Green Bay,
Right.
Wisconsin.
The home of the Green Bay Packers.
What time?
Packers.
Time? Because I know all our football fans want to know. Starts at 8 p.m. Wow, it starts late, doesn't it?
8
At
p.m.
8 o'clock. And we're actually
8.
heading. Oh, I don't want. Well, we're
Is
heading
that
down to
Eastern?
Florida.
Is that Eastern time?
That is Eastern time. That's a very good catch there, Ronnie H. Because people would have been writing some bad comments about us. Hey, I was here at 8 o'clock Central and I missed an hour. Hey, I was here at 8 o'clock Standard Time and I missed 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm really pissed off. I'm gonna give you a thumbs down.
And then you got all the idiots in California. Well, we missed 4 hours and they're good.
We missed the whole draft. Who did we pick?
Duh, 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 duh. We missed 4 hours in the draft. Let's start the draft over. Yeah,
Hey, what? So a little
put
bit.
that pass back in. We gotta start the draft over.
Turn the clock back on. Put the clock back on. so,
Turn the
hey,
clock back on.
so a little current news. I think that'll make you happy. Trump and President Xi from China are talking.
That's good.
They're talking about tariffs.
That's a good thing.
So
At least they're talking. I mean,
they're talking.
at least they're talking. If they weren't talking, then that would be pretty much trouble.
And if it comes down to free trade, people are going to eat crow that said Trump didn't know what he was doing.
If it comes, I mean, coming down to it, I mean, with what we export to them and what they export to us, it really doesn't weigh out in our favor. But
But if you
if
have
you get
free
a
trade,
free,
it doesn't
I
matter.
mean, if you get a free soda, if he can pull it off, more power to him,
Yeah.
bro. More power to him, bro. Bro.
Who's that?
Oh, well, it's always my 9 o'clock alarm clock that
Oh,
goes off during
okay.
the show.
That means
We want we
you
want to inform our viewers. It
it's
is now 9 o'clock sharp Eastern time
and
in
your kid
Buffalo, New York,
and your kids are back in school.
and the kids are back in
Kids
school.
are back in school.
Kids are back in school.
Ooh, parents are all like, "Yes, they're back in school."
Woo, woo,
Says
party
what?
time, party time. We can walk around the
Oh,
house
we don't
naked
have it.
now. Woo, woo.
Oh, that was a good moment for. Here we go. The kids are back in school. Yeah.
Oh, the cowbell. The good old red cowbell.
Uh, hey, so
All right. If you do the cowbell, I'm going to do the peanut shake.
hey, can you read that? It looks like it's backwards to me.
Like, subscribe. and comment.
Comment. Yes. Hey, you want to hear a crazy rule that the Supreme
I do.
Court.
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. The Supreme Court actually had a case on if illegals are being deported and their deport date lands on a Saturday or Sunday, they don't have to go until the next business day.
Right. Do they have to wait until Monday to get deported? But if a holiday falls on a Monday, then
They
does it go up to Tuesday?
it goes up to Tuesday. Is that the craziest thing you ever heard of? That's what we're paying our
But,
leaders to
but,
argue about.
but is it 12 a.m. Tuesday or 6 o'clock in the morning Tuesday morning?
It doesn't. I don't know if that matters, but how?
Do
Why
you
don't
do you allow them 6 hours of sleep and wake their ass up at 6 a.m. sharp?
or is it 6 p.m.? All
And
right, I
you
get
are
it.
gone by seven. Listen, you are on your way to Nicaragua by 7:01
But what if they
East
don't have flights at 7 in the morning?
Standard Eastern Time. Okay.
What if there's no flights at 7 in the morning? Then they're like, "Hey, it's not my fault. I got to go this early."
Well, then we're going to make up a flight
Hey, and how?
just for you.
And why does it have to be the following business day? Why can't it be the prior business day if they know the date? It's not like, well, your deportation date is on Saturday, so we got to get you out of here on Friday.
So we can, well, we can boot you out 24 hours earlier. I
Just,
mean,
I just can't believe that they. No, it's a holiday, so we're not sending you out on a holiday. We're gonna wait till the next business day.
you get to go and have your holiday ham.
What what's that, babe?
Then why are they even scheduling it on a Saturday
I
or
know. Why,
Sunday?
why even schedule it on a Saturday or Sunday if you should know? Don't think,
Well, you know,
oh, well, we can't do nothing
that,
about that because
listen,
it's 2 weeks. That's
listen,
carved in stone.
that is how the government works. Okay.
Okay,
It's
that's it right there, man.
like, it's like, you know, it's like welfare. You go down to welfare at 7 o'clock in the morning. They make you sit there until, you know, like, well, it's 2 minutes to five. Well, we're closing up now. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
I, I've only waited in line for 2 hours to get in here. And if you have to wait in line for 2 hours, do I have the right to kill the person in front of me?
Well, if the person in front of me didn't take so long at the window, I would have been up there in time. But yeah, and then you got, see, when you go to like a government, like a office like that, you
Yeah.
got like you got like one window open, and then you got like 40 people in the back sitting around drinking coffee, and they're playing like uh they're playing like rummy and shit.
On their,
Yeah, like on their computer, they're playing solitaire, and it's like, you know, you trust me with the fucking hearts? Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
I challenge you. I think you have spades left.
Man,
Uno,
you
you
have to
didn't
make another pot of coffee, okay? We're gonna be here for the duration, all right?
you didn't say Uno.
You didn't say Uno. You have to start all over now. You
Hey,
have to pick four.
so let's see. We could talk about a little health here. They have
Oh, to help.
you know what they here's a good question. I always wondered, when you have a hard boiled egg, when you get that green around the yolk, is that safe to eat that?
I heard it's not, and I have the listen. I have the perfect way to make hard-boiled eggs, so they come out perfect, absolutely perfect. You get the water boiling, Then you put your eggs in there, okay? And you boil them for 13 and a half, 14 minutes, okay? 14 minutes. And then you take them out and you shock them with water, cold water,
Oh,
and then I'm telling you, dude, they cook perfect.
okay. You know, I'm
You
gonna
know how like when you peel them and they like peel off and
they chip
they,
off.
yeah, well, this will never happen.
Well, here's the answer. I got the answer if you're ready.
Okay, shoot.
So that green ring is a reaction between sulfur and the egg white and iron in the yolk. That's what that green ring is. And it says the reaction tends to happen when the eggs aren't very fresh or if they're cooked too long. The longer the egg is cooked, the higher the temperature, the more pronounced the sulfur and iron react. She says, although the ring might be unattractive in your deviled eggs, there's nothing dangerous about it. The green ring is harmless. Everybody take a deep breath.
I'm telling you, you cook them for 14 minutes. That's all you got to cook them for.
And we cool ours in ice water. As soon as we take them
Right,
out, we put
right.
them in ice water.
There's iron in your eggs, as there's iron in 10 bears. There's iron in your, there's iron in your eggs of life or death.
Okay, so
Same,
let's now the self
same
help
as
here.
iron in Ron's eggs.
So here's we're gonna give a little self help here. So
Iron.
everybody's got the speaking of iron. Do you know an iron is one of the appliances that you should always unplug when you're not using it?
Oh yeah, it will cause a fire.
Well, I wonder if some people don't know that. Another one, hair dryer and
Maybe
style.
if you're Polish,
What's well, then you only
maybe,
put if you're Polish, you're putting it on fire and it's warming up that way. I don't think there's a plug.
or you're like
And for all you Polish people out there, that's Ron Haskell at yahoo.com.
Haskowski.
So they're saying hair dryer and styling tools should be unplugged. You shouldn't leave those plugged in. I think I knew that.
Well, soldering irons and
Oh yeah, that's a big one. I don't think that's an
and
appliance though,
a very big one. No, that's tools though.
right?
For all you guys that are tool worthy, you know.
Now
But
here's an obvious one: small heaters, like electric heaters.
right.
They're saying you should unplug them when you're not using them. We leave ours plugged in because when we don't want to put the furnace on, we just want to get a little bit of heat in one area. That wasn't in Florida, but here in
Well,
Tennessee,
you know,
we leave ours plugged in.
you,
I never thought
no,
about
you
that.
got, dude, that's a fire hazard.
I
And
know.
I'm calling you, listen, that's a fire hazard, and I'm calling the fire department right now.
What was Jim Carrey's Fire Marshal Bill?
Fire Marshal Bill.
Don't you need that thing plugged in? You're supposed to have that heater unplugged.
Listen, I'm calling Joe Rockhead of the Bedrock Fire Department. And at 7 o'clock, we have a fire drill, you see?
Oh, Rockhead.
Joe Rockhead. That's Joe Rockhead, Bedrock Fire Department, uh, Bedrock, New York.
Bedrock, New York. Hey, and so another one is chargers. I didn't know about chargers. They're always go cold when I unplug them.
Yeah, some of them can get hot.
They got
The
power
charger
strips.
wires. I gotta get a new charger wire.
Who unplugs power strips when you're not using them?
Uh, well, you, yeah, they do get hot, but we got the circuit breakers ones.
Yeah.
Those are they'll pop before they
We have
start.
we have one power strip that we use, and it's just when we're using our electronics in like the
Get,
electronic
get
area.
one, get one of them circuit busters
Yeah,
because
I know.
Yeah, the ones that they're
Ours has that on there too, the breaker.
yeah, and it'll pop before it starts getting too hot.
What the heck's a candle warmer?
But
It says that you shouldn't leave your candle warmer plugged in.
that I don't know. I mean,
Huh, I never seen a candle.
normally all your candle warmers will melt your candles, and you will make new candles out of old candles. Making new candles out of old candles. Yeah,
New candles
yeah.
out of old candles. All right, so we are
We're going.
again
Hold on. We're going to our guy in the field. He's over in Warsaw, Poland.
with
On this one.
with electric candle warmers. So Ron is just you got something out for the Polish people today, huh?
Well, we love the Polish people.
And I
My
see I can talk.
one of my good buddies is Polish.
Yeah, me.
Okay, my bestie's Polish.
I'm
One of
actually
my other
I'm Polish and German. I think
one
my
of my other buddies is Polish too, but he's Polish by adoption. So
oh and hey, I got good news, dude. My niece Deja, did I tell you? She is pregnant with her third child. Yes.
again,
Congratulations, Deja and Cody.
wow,
They're having
yeah,
another girl. The first was a boy, the second was a girl, and now she's having another girl. I believe she told everybody on Easter, so it's okay to share that news right now. So I'm very excited. I'm glad that the girls in our family are keeping the family going and expanding it.
yeah.
Because
Well,
I never had kids myself. I was always out, trying to be a rock star, trying to be famous. The next thing I know, I'm 60 years old and semi-famous.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Well, yeah, 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 yeah. And that's what's good
I
about you. You're gonna keep your bloodline going, dude.
I wasn't. I was getting nervous for a while there
Well, I know you worry about me.
until I hit 45 and 46, and then little Bubba Eli came around,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I was real happy about that too, man.
now he's of course, now he's gonna, you know, he'll be turning 16, wanting to drive. He wants to become a motorcycle police officer.
Well, that's what he wants now. He's gonna probably want to be a whole bunch of different things by the time he's ready to get it.
Well, he wanted to become a gamer last year, so
Right.
now he wants to become a motorcycle cop. So,
And the year before that, he was probably wanting to be a pirate.
well, possible.
And that's what's crazy about these
I'm
kids.
waiting. Listen, the first time he wants to become a scrapper,
A
okay,
what?
we're
Oh,
going in the truck.
it's gonna be a chip off the old block.
So he's gonna be handcuffed to the fucking truck.
He may take it to new. He may
Hey,
take.
hey, good labor is hard to find. So he's gonna be strapped to the truck.
Is labor hard to find?
No, not really.
I think you
Not
could just go to Home Depot. There's a whole bunch of illegal immigrants that need off the books
well,
jobs.
you got them guys that are holding the signs up like we'll work for anything.
Well,
Okay. Well, here. He didn't shout out.
hey, buddy, we are going to
I
wrap
got
it
the
up
whole
here.
piggy bag right here.
I think those are shelled peanuts, aren't they?
They're
Deshelled.
dry roasted. Listen, they're lightly salted, dry roasted peanuts
You know
from
what's
Walmart.
you know what's famous down here? Boiled peanuts. They taste horrible.
That doesn't even sound appetizing,
Oh,
dude.
dude, it's like when we would drop peanuts inside the sink with the overnight with the dishes were soaking and you would take the peanuts out. That's what it looks like. And it's horrible. It is horrible. I don't get why they like it. Now, on the flip side, there's one place in Florida made deep fried peanuts, and that shell, like when you get a bag of peanuts and there's that one dark one in there, when you eat the shell, it's really crunchy. That's what the whole bag is like when they're deep fried. It's so good, man. I can't believe they want boiled over deep fried. Can't believe it at all, man. Okay,
No, no, no. I don't, I'm not all in. I'm dry roasted is fine. Uh,
now I'm talking about with the shell on them. When they
well,
Ron, when they boil them with the shells and they eat them like that. They don't boil the peanut shells with the shell.
but listen, there will be no shell. Okay, there'll be no shells here.
My
Okay,
family we're known shell eaters.
listen, Michelle's not here. Will you stop with the shell, girl?
I'm
Okay,
serious, and don't call me Michelle. All right, my
Shirley,
friend.
Shirley, you must know Michelle.
Surely you must know Michelle.
I do. I don't know Michelle. Stop calling me Shirley, and Michelle's not here.
Michelle's not here. All right, my friend, it's time to wrap it up. What a great, great day. We covered so much. If you want to recap, well, you're not going to get one. Just watch the video, rewind it. And I got peace and love to my bestie, Ron.
Peace and love, brother.
And
And Kitty too. And
yeah,
Kitty too.
yeah, we're gonna
Kitty
get the
behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. She's fact checking for us, correcting us.
Right. Which is,
A,
Give me my opinion.
a full-time job.
full time
Full-time job.
and
Right
then
now, it's a
some.
full-time volunteer job, though.
Right, right. But we got her pay right here.
Yeah, I give her kisses and love. We show her lots of love.
Whole lot of love.
Whole
Whole
lot
lot
of
of
love. Whole lot of
kitty, kitty, kitty.
kitty. Dun, dun. Oh, well, Kitty's her nickname, by the way. We know that, but I want to let our viewers know my wife's
We
nickname
know
is
that.
Kitty.
But they don't know that. But we know that.
Yes, but we know that.
We
And
know.
real fast. Look forward to my wife and I. We wrote a children's book called Princess Pretty Kitty, and that'll be coming out. In addition to, we're going to be talking about the scripts that me and Ron wrote that won awards and was picked for several festivals. And we have a new one, a pilot on TV that we're entering into festivals, and we'll talk about where they're at and what's getting picked up because I think they're great. And when you win a major award and get selected to festivals, directors should be coming knocking at your door. I just don't get why they're not.
Well, I haven't heard no one knocking at my door yet.
I'm going to call up the Chosen. I'm going to make a little video for them because they won't accept submissions in screenplay format. They want video. So I'm going to make a video about me talking about it and slip it in there, maybe pull a fast one on them.
Well,
I'm going to be like, before we get to the trailer, let me talk a little bit about. All right, we got a last minute. We got to round it up, buddy. I am Randy Sell, and this is,
Ryan Haskell,
and I'm Rubber,
you're glue.
and all the news we give you will carry you through. Boy, we just don't have nothing lined up there yet, friend.
Just had nothing.
Nothing. All right, I love you, Ron. I will be talking
Love
to
you,
you.
brother. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out as usual.